What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So I get quite a lot of questions asking which mobile to buy under 15,000 Indian rupees. Now there are so many different options under 15,000 rupees, and these are my top recommendations. If you are buying any mobile under 15,000 rupees, whatever your budget may be, you can pick any one of these mobiles that I am going to show right now. So starting off the list, the first one is the Realme 2 Pro. Now as you guys know, this is very popular phone. Realme 2 Pro has some really nice hardware as well as software. So there are two versions actually. One is at 14,000 rupees, another one is at 16,000. So if you want the 6 GB RAM, you are getting it for 16,000 rupees. If you want the 4 GB RAM, you are getting it for 14,000 rupees. That's really awesome. So if you can afford a little bit more money, I would recommend you buy the 6 GB 64 GB version. And under the hood, it has got the Snapdragon 660 chipset, and all the Octa core processors are clocked at 2.0 gigahertz. That means it should perform really fast as well. And also for the graphics performance, it has the Adreno 512 GPU. That's really nice because it has been for quite around, and even in some costlier models they use the Adreno 512. So your graphics performance should be really nice without any stutters in the graphics thing. And regarding the camera, it has the 16 megapixel primary camera at f1.7 plus 2 megapixel depth sensor. So that's another awesome thing about this one, because it has f1.7. that means low light situation picture should be decent enough. I'll be making a camera settings detailed video about this Realme 2 Pro, so hit that like button if you want to see full tips and tricks about the Realme 2 Pro mobile. And also regarding the display, it has 6.3 inches screen and the brightness is at 400 nits. That means even in outdoor situation you should be getting the decent screen display. So you should probably able to see everything properly even in sunlight conditions. Also at 408 ppi is the pixels per inch density. So 6.3 inch is the screen. That's really nice for under 15,000 rupees mobile. Regarding the battery, it has 3500 milliampere hour battery, and of course it comes with fingerprint scanner as well as face unlock feature. So pretty much everything they have got covered under 15,000 rupees. If you are looking to buy a mobile, this should be your top contender. Moving on, the second phone that I would recommend is the Honor 9N. Now this comes at around 12 to 14,000 rupees depending on what version you are buying again. So this has 5.84 inches screen, again 2.5D glass display at the front as well as at the back, and this display is rated at 432 pixels per inch. So resolution should be really nice to look at actually. And under the hood, it has the Kirin 659 octa-core 2.3 gigahertz clocked processor. That means it should perform really well. I have also used this mobile personally, so it's really fast. The only complaint this mobile has is regarding the battery life. I have actually made a separate video about how you can actually get more battery life out of your Honor 9N. So do watch that video. That should really help you, because it has 3000 milliampere hour battery, but then it actually gives you more battery depending on how you use and how you actually set the settings inside the mobile phone. And of course, to top it off, it has a fingerprint scanner, also face unlock feature. The camera is 13 megapixel plus 2 megapixel. So there is also wide aperture mode in pretty much any Honor phones you buy. So that really helps you make the backgrounds really blur. So the next mobile in the list is Infinix Hot 6 Pro. Now I personally don't know how this mobile is actually, based on the reviews, based on the ratings, that I am recommending this one. So this comes at around 8,000 rupees, very cheap for a 3 GB 32 GB version, and it has 5.99 inch screen at 720 by 1440p. That means this is HD plus display, and the main thing about this is that it has 500 nits of brightness. That means even in sunlight situations the display is really bright, and you can pretty much clearly see what's going on your phone even in direct sunlight situation. And it has the face unlock feature, also fingerprint scanner, 13 megapixel camera plus 2 megapixel depth sensor at f2.0. that's appreciable as well. For under 10,000 rupees you are getting f2.0 aperture camera, dual LED flash. For selfie camera you have the 5 megapixel, and of course dual SIM plus dedicated micro SD card slot. That's really nice. And it boasts a Snapdragon 425. So below 10,000 rupees you can expect that. So you cannot expect Snapdragon 6 series processors. And along with that, the battery is rated at 4000 milliampere hour. That means you should be getting very decent battery backup with this phone, which is available for under 10,000 rupees. Moving on in my list, the next phone that I would recommend is the new one, which is the Honor 8X. Now this is available for exactly 15,000 rupees, 4 GB 64 GB version. It rocks a Kirin 710 chipset at 2.2 gigahertz clock frequency. That's the processor which is clocked at 2.2 gigahertz. That means your multitasking or any application should run really fast. Under the hood, it has the battery which is rated at 3750 milliampere hour, which is also appreciated. And the main thing is here you get the 6.5 inch full HD plus display. That's awesome. That's a huge display, I would say. The primary camera is 20 megapixel plus 2 megapixel AI dual camera setup is what you have. 16 megapixel front selfie camera, and of course it has a face recognition feature, also the fingerprint scanner. So Honor 8X, the new mobile in this category, you should be looking seriously at this mobile if you are buying under 15,000 rupees. The next one is the Redmi 6 Pro. Now this has little bit of complaints going on regarding the battery life or other things, but still this has the 3GB 32GB version coming at around 11,000 rupees for a Snapdragon 625 chipset, which is really awesome. It boasts 5.84 inch screen, Full HD plus, again at 432 ppi. Again, the camera is 12 megapixel plus 5 megapixel artificial intelligence dual camera setup. For the selfie, a little bit disappointing, I would say, because only 5 megapixel selfie camera is what you are getting with this Redmi 6 Pro. So considering the battery, the capacity is 4000 milliampere hour battery. That means it should give you really nice battery backup depending on how you are actually using. So with that said, I think it's quite a decent phone for around 11,000 rupees. I would have wished that it comes under 9 or 10,000 rupees. It would have been great, but then that's how it is. So if you are looking for under 10,000 rupees, another contender is Realme C1. This has only 2GB 16GB, but the other things like the battery backup or the screen is really good and amazing, I would say, based on the ratings or reviews that I have seen. And of course, the other mobile that you may buy is the Redmi Note 5 Pro, which is very popular, has been for quite a while now. So that's really strong contender as well. Still it is selling strong. 4GB 64GB version you get for 15,000 rupees, 6 inch Full HD plus display, 403 ppi Gorilla Glass display, and you have the 12 megapixel plus 5 megapixel rear camera and 20 megapixel front camera for your selfies. So battery is also rated at 4000 milliampere hour capacity, Snapdragon 636. So all good things about this. Only thing that is disappointing is that you don't get Pro mode inside this Redmi Note 5 Pro for capturing some really nice images. Other than that, actually I have made separate camera settings video about the Note 5 Pro. You can actually watch that. So there is also a mobile if your budget is little constrained. You can also look at the Honor 7A, which is available for around 8 to 9,000 rupees. That mobile is also really good. There is also the Vivo V9 Pro selling at around 15,000 rupees. That mobile is also nice, but I would say the top 5 mobiles to look for is the Realme 2 Pro. The second one I would say Honor 9N. You may also look at the Asus Zenfone Pro Max Pro M1 mobile, but it has some negative things about the camera settings. I have personally not tested that mobile, but still there are quite a lot of features that it gives you for under 13,000 rupees. That's really awesome. And another mobile to look at is the Infinix Hot 6 Pro. I would recommend because of the fact that it has got so many features coming at under 9,000 rupees. Hopefully you got some clarity about buying which mobile to buy at what prices. So if you want me to make more of these videos, hit that like button.